easily a foot, maybe a foot and a half deep. Even with the lift kit, we'll still scrape.
We're Cheska and Ben, and this is Sophia, our self-built camper van and our home for the past 2 years. This summer, we started a road trip across Europe that would take us into Turkey for the winter. We've spent the last 3 months exploring the east of this fascinating country, even picking up a furry souvenir along the way. We took a mini break from van life over Christmas, but we are officially back on the road and ready to continue our journey as we explore the west coast of Turkey. Subscribe and join us for the ride, with new videos every Sunday.
Alright guys, it is official. We are back in Sofia and we are back on the road.
And it feels so good. We've finally left the Fethiye Kalkan area and we are now making our way north through Turkey along the west coast. First place we want to explore is the Datça Peninsula just west of Marmaris. We've pulled into our first park up and oh my god, it is amazing. Probably one of the most beautiful park ups we've ever found.
Yeah, and there's no one else here, which is quite a surprise. Fingers crossed, it stays like that for the rest of the night.
We are surrounded by the ocean, by mountains, and we're on this beautiful, just little spit of sand. It's a little bit of paradise. I honestly feel with like the islands out to shore, the forested mountains and these blue seas, it just reminds me of Thailand. Absolutely beautiful. It really was like paradise. It was as though we had entered a wormhole and transported ourselves to an Indonesian island. There was a remoteness here that we haven't experienced in Turkey yet. The sun glittered off the turquoise seas and it was impossible to count all the mountainous islands offshore. We'd really missed this kind of isolation. It was the perfect place to watch the silver moon rise and soak in the salty air. I was just saying that the fur on Scout's ear is starting to grow back. When we first got him, his ears probably like from here were just raw from where he'd been scratching so much. And then also, I don't know if you can see here, he's got like slightly discoloured patches. And under here was where he was just like gnawing at the skin. He'd obviously got mites or something there. But it's all starting to grow back, isn't it? He's not got any, the discoloration slowly fading there. And then he's got nice golden fur on his ears again.
Plus, you've put a little bit of weight on, haven't you? Because originally you could feel his ribs and the bones on the back of his hips. But he's a healthy weight now. Somebody's a bit of a porker over there though. River.
She needs to... I have found one of my old diaries and it has entries from when we first started van life, or like a month in. It's so like interesting reading it back at like our first impressions of being in the van. And I just want to read you something that I wrote on the 4th of February 2020, so coming up to 2 years ago, somewhere south of Cadiz. I say, I don't know how I could go back to a normal life. The freedom of the road is sublime, intoxicating and addictive. This is the life I've always dreamed of. True independence, travel as a way of life. Every day we wake up beneath a different sky, falling asleep with full hearts. I can't quite get over this freedom, and I'm filled with a depth of gratitude I haven't experienced before. I sometimes feel like I'm just waiting for the bubble to pop, but it doesn't. Right now I'm sat in the sand dunes in Spain. The sun is warm, warmer than we've felt all winter, and the waves are crashing. There are also annoying flies and a nearby bin is smelling, so it's not always perfect, but it's perfect enough. A place to stretch your eyes to a seemingly endless horizon. When we travel, the only constant is ourselves. There are no illusions about comfort and security. In the whirlwind that sweeps us along, we soon learn we have to look within to find our true home. You are the still point of a turning world.
Nobody? Guys, paradise has turned now into monsoon weather. Literally out of nowhere. It's just absolutely heavens opened. We were just about to get ready to film our van tour. We've been trying to do this van tour we've tried to film this van tour for about 3 months. And something always either goes wrong, we've put it off. So we literally sat down this morning and said, right, it's gonna be nice today. Let's do it. Got it ready. It's an omen, it's a sign, that's what it is.
Just taking the pups for a quick walk before we leave. This whole peninsula west of Marmaris just looks absolutely insane. Hang on a sec. Getting tangled up with Scout. Come on. This whole peninsula just looks insane. It's basically just forest and mountains. So I think the plan today is just to go for a drive, see where the road takes us and see what we can find. The road snaked through thick forest and along the rugged coastline, giving us the illusion that we were driving towards the end of the world. But 20 minutes in and we made an abrupt U-turn. So before we left, I said to Ben, is everything packed up? Did you check everything was in the van? He said, yes, everything's packed up, everything's in the van. 20 minutes later, shit, where are your Birkenstocks? Which were wet because it rained last night and they were outside. And where were they?
On the back tyre.
On the back tyre. And we've driven off without them. So one, I hope, well, I think they will still be there. I just hope that they're not damaged. I literally live in them and my boots are like the 2 shoes that I wear literally all the time.
The only reason I remembered was because when we were driving out the road, I heard a stone flick up and hit the back. And I was like, oh, something on the back tyre. And I was like, shit, the Birkenstocks were on the back tyre. So, fingers crossed.
Ben's gonna wait at the main road while I run down and get my Birkenstocks because the road to get down here is actually really quite rough and it rained a lot last night, so it's really slippy. So he's gonna wait at the top. I'm going on the Birkenstock rescue mission. Nah, perfect. Birkenstocks can get run over by a Sprinter van and still look pretty much brand new. They're okay.
Oh, thank God for that.
Birkenstocks successfully recovered, we continued our drive along the peninsula, briefly stopping for an essential water refill from one of the many natural springs along the way.
These bags are so handy when you can't pressure fill it. It's perfect, so we just stick the funnel into the side, pour it in. And then, good as that, just fold down flat. There you go, it sits just behind my seat. Do you know what, it's not rained at all. And as soon as we come to fill up water, it starts to bloody rain.
It has rained all morning.
No, it's been like, since we've been driving.
Oh no, true.
Hello!
Hello!
There's a flight risk. I left my window open when we went to fill up water last week or so, and he leapt. The window's out. He leapt out the window onto the floor. Didn't you? The springbok. Right, that way, go back. So we've driven about an hour or so down the peninsula. We've made it to this beautiful, quiet little beach park at which we're going to stay now for the rest of the day, just to wait out the rain. And it's time for some lunch. Because, oh my God, it's a lot later than I thought it was. It's gone 2 o'clock and well overdue lunch. Let's get going, guys.
Seeing as it's a bit chilly today, I'm making menemen for lunch, which is a traditional Turkish dish made with tomatoes and peppers and spices. I'm putting it with a fried egg in the middle. You can sometimes scramble it in, just letting that cook away. I am cheating and using it out of a jar. But this stuff from Migros is so good. It tastes amazing. So that's that, nice and easy. Just added some extra garlic, some extra pepper. I'm gonna add some parsley on top. Yeah, so I'm trying to do it so the egg whites cook.
I'll just steam it the whole way.
I'm trying to cook the egg whites because I don't like slimy egg whites. After a delicious and hearty lunch, we spent the afternoon hiding from the wind while we finished up some work. That evening, the skies cleared for a magical golden sunset.
Dalek in my face.
Exterminating. Is that the Dalek?
Are you asking me?
Asking you.
Oh yeah, because it started with it is. Yes, that is.
Did I get it right?
You got it right, yes. I had a bubble bath thing of a Dalek once.
Oh, I remember them.
It was about that big. And I used to go, exfoliate, exfoliate, because it's so good. I was so pleased with it.
Is that not a joke?
No, I used to actually have it. And when I got it opened up, Mum got it for Christmas. I was like, exfoliate, exfoliate. Literally got me these years. This is for wristles, not arseholes. Move your bum, baby, because I need to feed.
Oh my god, that's such a mum thing to say.
That's what my dad used to say if he was sat on the worktop. It's not for wristles. No, it's not for. It's for wristles, not arseholes.
Sitting on the worktop, I just find it's such a comfy space to like sit and observe.
What are you doing? That's so important that your arse is in the way, so I can feed the dogs, please, madam.
I'm on Instagram, just doing some Instagram stories. If you want more real-time updates, even more real-time than weekly videos, which are pretty much real-time as it is, you can follow us on Instagram. Ben doesn't like me doing plugs like that. I can see him behind the camera going.
That's so cheesy, but it's fine. Oh, what's going on here? You two are very quiet.
Right.
Here he goes.
This is the scout call.
Scout has just jumped out of the van. There we go. Okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Subscribe.
Scout saying, subscribe! 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 Oh god, here we go. What do we say, Scout? Do we say? We say, subscribe! Subscribe! Good boy. There you go, guys. How can you resist that?
The next morning we awoke to see beautiful clear blue skies. As much as we would have loved to have stayed here all day, it was very windy and there was plenty more of this spectacular landscape just waiting to be explored.
What? Are you stroking it? What? Oh, stroking the oats.
I'm not stroking it. I'm putting the honey on evenly. For you.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm going to mix it up in a minute. Muchas gracias, mi amor. So that beach was absolutely beautiful, if not a little windy. But on this peninsula, there's only one major town. It's called Datça. So we're heading there. We're only 20 minutes away. We've got no idea what to expect. So we're just going to drive in, park up, have a walk around and see what there is.
Datça was a pretty town with a big harbour, still bustling on a cold January day. We just stopped for a little bite to eat, and this is the first time we've had Turkish chai, not out of a glass. It's in a proper little cup today, and it tastes just as good. But yeah, not used to this. After enjoying a quick lunch, we decided to head back to the van and continue our drive west towards the end of the peninsula. So we have now left the little town of Datça. We're very pleasantly surprised. It was such a cool little place, full of like little bars and cafes and restaurants, little like boutique shops and stuff, little whitewashed houses. You can imagine in the summer it is such a lovely place to hang out. But for now we are gonna go and find a little park up that we've seen deeper into the peninsula. Apparently the access road to get to it is a little tricky. A couple of people have got stuck, so we're gonna go suss it out, see what it's like. In the meantime, we're driving through the most incredible gorge. The scenery here is incredible. It is so dramatic.
We just pulled in to check it out and it looks absolutely amazing.
It's just down there. There is a car down there.
Go on, let's have a look.
This bit, I reckon you'd be okay. Oh my gosh.
This will be fine. This is fine. This. Even with the lift kit.
It's this bit that I'm thinking of.
Once I'm over.
Yeah.
Once I'm over, the front tyres will be here, but because we're so long, our back tyres, we're here. Even with the lift kit, because it's such a big like dip, we'll scrape on here. Oh, never mind.
You can see how people have tried to fill it in.
Level it out, haven't they? It looks a beautiful spot though, that's the problem. I'm always up for a challenge, but if we get stuck there, we're buggered. We'd have to build the road to get back out. The problem is we'd easily get over that if we were shorter. It's because we're so long, part will be in one dip, part will be in the other dip, and because it's easily a foot, maybe a foot and a half deep, even with the lift kit we'll still scrape.
As well, but how amazing is that view?
Oh, that is... What a beautiful spot that will be.
I don't know what it is, but this little peninsula doesn't feel like mainland Turkey. I feel like we're on an island. It's just so remote. There's no like major towns apart from that Datça that we've just been to. And it is just so mountainous and the roads are just insane. And I just keep forgetting that we're on mainland Turkey still.
What's going on with your beanie hat, by the way?
Oh, it's because I pulled it over.
Oh, there you go. That's better. Okay. No.
This is how cold it's been. I've got my big dressing gown coat on. I've also got my anorak coat on underneath, so 2 coats, my big black hoodie and a t-shirt on and my beanie hats. So, can I get that diesel heater on, please? This area of Datça is famous for, from what I can gather, is olive oil and it's almonds. So when we were in the town, I picked up some flavoured olive oil with some intriguing delights in there.
Oh, it doesn't actually say flavoured with what, does it? Let's have a look. What we got?
There's definitely chilli in there.
So we've got chilli.
And some herbs, and some rosemary.
Very nice.
So yeah, I've got flavoured olive oil. And Ben has got Turkish Delight with black mulberry and almonds. I think they're famous for their black mulberries as well.
It looks very nice.
Do you want to try some?
Yes, please.
Is it good? Is it really sweet?
I'll tell you what that tastes like the jam filling of a jammy dodger, the black currant jammy dodgers they did.
Let me try some. I'll have this little bit. Oh my god, it's amazing.
This tastes like proper Turkish Delight. Not overly sweet like the stuff we'd get back home. I think on the way back, if we've got time, we might stop in Datça again.
Oh really?
We got the big one. They had this size one, which is a tiny one, and the big one.
We were both feeling pretty exhausted, so it was a hot chocolate and an early night for all of us. Breakfast is ready. So we've made it to the end of the peninsula. The wind has died down a little bit today and it is like a spring morning back home. One of the most famous things to do here is to see the Knidos Ruins, which we're actually sitting on some of them now, which aren't even in the main park area because there are just so many ruins scattered around here. We're not actually going to go in, are we?
No.
Because we don't want to get ruined out.
We've seen a lot of ruins recently. I think we can have a break from ruins.
Yeah,
maybe.
we're going to save ourselves for Ephesus, further up the coast.
Yes.
But I mean...
But a quick history lesson. Knidos is famous for having 2 harbours, a military and a trade. And it was where one of the largest statues of Aphrodite was, greeting the sailors coming in. That's why it's so famous, because of the statue.
Was she naked?
Potentially. But the statue isn't. A statue disappeared about 1,000 years ago, so it's not even there. And they're doing a massive amount of restoration work on the harbour bits, but the rest of this Knidos goes all the way along this coastline here, or I say a good kilometre on the coastline. So we are outside of the
archaeological part.
Yeah, the archaeological bit, but we're sat inside a little mini amphitheatre.
I know, how amazing is that? It's like a little miniature version of the Minack Theatre, just looking out over the sea. It's amazing. Yeah, how cool is this?
Yeah, so we've come to the furthest point on this peninsula, so the only thing to do is head back the way we came.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We are going to leave the video there for this week.
Yeah, we've missed being in the van. It's been great being back on the road.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the Datça Peninsula with us. We didn't really have any idea what to expect before we came here, and it has been one of the most beautiful places we've been. The drives have been epic. Like, the scenery here is just insane, and we've had the place to ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with us.
So if you're new here and you want to follow our journey north up the west coast of Turkey, feel free to subscribe.
Yeah. But in the meantime, we shall leave it there for this week, and we shall see you guys next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye. So this is how cold I've been today. I've got...
Okay, I don't know if you can hear it outside, but it's absolutely blowing a gale, and these guys need to go to the toilet before bed, which unfortunately means we need to go outside. So...
I don't want to go. You sure don't want to go on your own?
Nope, I don't want to go on my own. We can go together. These are our responsibilities. Means we share these responsibilities. Isn't that right, guys?